Hello, and welcome. Sorry, I should probably still show that. I am storytelling, and apparently I'm storytelling Sex and Violets. So I need to change that. Anyway, I have not story told in a very long time. I'm gonna hit the send characters button. So here is the nasty thing that I did. I have a Godfather in the game, and I made one less outsider, which is one of actually my complaints in the game. I don't know why the Godfather can remove an outsider, but I have chosen to do that because it is a right that I have. And to counterbalance that, I have made Chris the Werewolf Killer the grandchild. Chris the Werewolf Killer is the demon. Once per game, a good player might get false information. So I have told Robert that Chris is the Exorcist. So we'll see how that goes. But anyway, I am going to get into storytelling, and we'll see what happens. So, I guess first I'm gonna put the night order up. First, I give minion info, which is Brody. Let's figure out how the heck to. Okay, it's breakout rooms. So I go to Brody. You look so happy.
No, it's just I was just thinking like I might just impersonate a grandmother right off the bat to amuse myself, but then like if there's an actual grandmother in the game, then like I'm gonna get my ass executed.
Okay.
So,
Anyway, I think officially right now you're just supposed to learn who the demon is. So I'm going to tell you that Chris, the werewolf killer, is the demon.
that okay,
And then I
yeah.
suppose there's not really any reason not to just go ahead and tell you that you know that. I actually have to click here. The Moonchild is in the game.
Right.
And then I'm going to be moving on.
Okay.
And I'm going to click on the wrong thing, and then everything looks super stupid. That's what's going to happen. Thank
Okay.
you.
All right. Thank you.
Thank you. Hello.
Hello,
It was random.
liar!
You're, you're the demon. You are the Shabaloth, and you are going to learn 3 bluff rolls, which are Tinker, Exorcist, and Sailor.
Yay, I'm a sailor.
Are you?
I don't know.
Well, it's not.
Haven't
It's not a
decided
bad
yet.
idea to say what you're going to bluff as.
Each night, choose an alive player. Either you or they are drunk till dusk. You can't die.
The problem with bluffing is people might test to see if you will die.
It's true. Learns who you are, then. Oh yeah, Exorcist probably sounds good.
All right, I'm going to be moving on.
What the hell? You didn't even give me my
Oh,
my minion.
your minion is Brody. Would you like anything else?
Yes, but you're not gonna give it to me.
All right, sounds
I
good.
want to be the actual Exorcist.
Uh, thanks.
Oh, wonderful,
All right,
wonderful news. Thanks.
moving on.
Yeah, just move on. Just get out. Just get out of my room.
Hello.
Huh?
You are the beautiful old grandmother. And
Fantastic.
you learn that Chris, the werewolf killer, is the Exorcist.
Okay.
Okay, let me see. Thank you. Moving on. Hello, good sir.
Hey, how are you?
Pick 2 players.
Okay, I am choosing Ned and Laura.
And you will learn if they woke up due to their ability.
Yes.
So, just for a reminder, demon info and minion info is not for your role.
Yeah.
And I'm sorry, you said Ned and who?
Ned and Laura.
You will learn a 0.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you. So, the big joke here is that I have a Fibbin in play, which the Fibbin is once per game. I can give a player, a good player, once per game, give a good player, might get false info. So I told the grandmother that Chris, the demon, was the exorcist. So it'll be interesting to see if they can overcome that. And then the Toymaker's in play, which means that the demon needs to choose not to kill once. Anyway, we're gonna end the breakout rooms and bring everyone back. If I can figure out how to end. Cannot figure out how to do it. This is the trick. It's supposed to make everyone fly back. We'll see what happens. So I think there's one more.
Yeah. Ned, I think. Yeah.
There he is.
Yeah.
Okay. And I guess I will give everyone 6 minutes. I do need to tell briefly about the horrendous thing that happened. There's a curse, and I am the storyteller, so the natural end would be that the curse would kill me. And you need to figure out who did that. And you have 6 minutes. The breakout rooms are open.
Okay, not knowing anybody else want to just head out of here.
I've renamed myself to Brody. Don't panic, everyone. We're in the clear.
Oh, what was his name before?
It was my real name, and that's not important.
Oh, okay. Fair enough.
Also, I like to make recommendations for what people can do at the start, like whether they come out as an outsider, whether like they want to admit to be a less important role. I'm gonna make a very particular suggestion for BMR. If you're the grandmother, please just impersonate a grandmother. Do the accent, go full ham just the entire time.
Jen, do you want to go chat?
Step away for a second.
Who? Me?
Come to my room.
Me?
Which is Chris's room. I'll just go to your room. Never mind.
I don't know who you're talking to.
Who you talking to?
Wait, Chris, wait? Are you currently in the process of trying to find someone, or are you just gonna come tell me that I'm specimen 6 again?
Yep, I'll tell you your specimen 6 at some point.
All
Oh,
right.
she went to go talk to Jen. Got it.
Got it.
I know, I couldn't figure it out either, Ned. I was trying to figure that out.
Mm-mm.
I'll explain this. Oh yeah, it looks like Michael and Joe weren't in that specimen 6 game that I'm referencing.
Do a 1-for-1 with me?
Can't hear. What?
Does anyone want to do a 1-for-1 with me?
I'm not gonna lie, it's gonna be a while before
Let's
I
go,
reveal
Lynn.
what I
Let's
am,
go.
but I do want to reveal it.
Michael, let's do it. My room.
I mean,
Okay.
I can
Alright.
do a 1-for-1. It doesn't mean my 1 will be honest.
Mm-hmm. That's
That's
true.
the problem.
It's very true.
Robert, you want to talk? Oh,
That is a
you're not gonna-
wall.
You're
His
not going to
wall will
answer me.
speak. The wall will speak.
Joe, want to have a chat?
Oh, I guess so. You're not the spy again, are you?
There's no.
I know. I know.
Yeah.
I mean, if you want me to be the spy, I can be.
Yeah, that's okay. We can talk. Where you want to go?
I'll go to your room because yours is easier to find.
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
Just you and me, Ned. Do you want to go have a riveting conversation?
Oh, sure. I'm sure it's full of truth and eye-opening facts and everything else.
And honesty, yes, 100%.
Your room, I guess. Okay.
My room? Okay.
Sure.
Why is Ned's face on?
I was trying to figure out something, and I did not figure it out, and I'm just afraid I'm going to accidentally show the Grimoire, so I'm going to be done with that.
So, just trying to think.
Is that the only other thing that adds outsiders?
I think that's the only thing that adds or subtracts. So,
Okay. Well, it's helpful to know. So,
yes.
okay.
I'm just looking through everything to make sure.
I don't.
Hey,
Yeah. On a cursory glance, I'm not seeing anything else that adds outsiders or subtracts them. So,
yeah, I'm actually a big fan of The Godfather, like in my own scripts, because I love like that ability, adding or subtracting. Like when I make my own scripts, I always make it a point to include that because it introduces so much chaos.
right.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Well, let's go keep looking for them, I guess.
Alrighty.
All right.
Take care.
Thanks.
All right, I'll see you back in there.
Am I your minion?
You are. Right, please tell me I'm not the fucking lunatic. I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
Mm-hmm.
But me telling you that might give a very vague indication of what I am, and I'm gonna keep that as vague as possible.
Well, in that case, I'm not going to give you any information.
Okay.
So we'll chat later. This was
Yeah.
totally
Wait. All right. Let me clarify it just a little bit. I want to get an idea of the outsider count before I come out with too much.
okay. Well, I
All
guess
right.
you'll find out by talking to other people.
Okay. So that tells me you're not an outsider.
Bye.
Bye.
Sorry, I was writing them down.
That's fine.
I will say that I'm either the Innkeeper, the Courtier, or the Moonchild.
Have you talked to anyone else yet?
Yeah, I talked to Michael and we did a 1-for-1. I kind of wanted to do. I usually do 1-for-1s with Ned. I just kind of wanted to do something a little different,
That's fine.
and hopefully Michael's good with his role he claimed. So
Cool.
It's an interesting 2-for-3 for you, though. I think I get why you did it the way you.
Nobody's in here.
As you say that, everyone's in here.
Everybody waited until the last possible second.
It's very suspicious.
Like you, Chris, we actually have important things to tell people.
What?
All right.
They're all lying to you, Laura. Don't believe anything they say.
So, I used to have a cool timer and all that, but I couldn't figure out how to make it work, so I'm just going to kind of wing it like everyone else seems to. I will say we'll have about 2 minutes for conversation, and then I'll announce that nominations are open at some point.
Can I nominate now?
Nope. You must discuss.
After
Unless
we
I get
just
bored.
awkward silence.
How about now?
No.
Again, if we've got a grandmother, do the voice,
Oh my god. No.
please.
Let the grandmother go, bro.
Anyone have anything?
Are you gonna wear a
downloaded?
priest
I-
collar for the Exorcist?
I've heard of one outsider. Has anyone else heard of an outsider?
Not yet.
I may have heard of one. Yeah.
I've heard of 4.
Likewise. Well, not a 4, but like
Not sure they're all in play, but there's 4 of them.
What were you asking about the Exorcist, Ned?
No, I was just telling bros like, okay, so if you're the Exorcist, must you wear a priest collar and carry a rosary?
Yeah, this is.
I would
true.
appreciate it. As a storyteller, that would be
I
very
know.
thematic.
I mean,
Mhm.
I have a whole wardrobe just in case, whatever
We
you're
should just all
assigned.
have a box of props for.
Yeah,
for
exactly.
occasions.
I literally work for a murder mystery company. Like I can drive to my storage unit in
Yes,
in
Jen.
an hour.
And
drive
not
back.
everybody can.
Gossips should be shouted out
Alright.
over
I
each other.
gossip
Loud.
that the demon is a Zombool.
I gossip that the demon is a puka.
I gossip the demon is a Poe.
I gossip the Decep is a Shabaloth.
Very good.
I gossip that we don't have 2 outsiders.
That's not possible.
Yeah.
I'll gossip
Godfather
myself.
can
You can
take
have the
one
Godfather.
away.
If Godfather takes or adds 1 away. I'm basically saying
Oh, okay. Fair
Like,
enough.
Oh yeah, that's true. I guess.
I gossip that we have a devil's advocate in play.
All right. Well, it has been 2 minutes. I will open nominations. Like in normal life, when you don't allow nominations, people gossip.
It's true.
Chris,
Go,
we
Chris.
wanna nominate somebody?
You're up.
Oh, I want to nominate Steven.
The storyteller?
Not an atheist
Um,
group.
That is not allowed.
I just want to kill him. Dang.
Cannot do that.
Unfortunate. He's ruined my game already. I have no information at this point.
If we nominated and voted on Steven, does that count as a death towards the Zombool?
I mean
I think so.
I mean
No, it
I
would be
think
an instant loss. So
But
it
the
wouldn't-
storyteller is God.
The
He might
storyteller
be
is
the
God. Why do we
Zombool.
always die every time we do storyteller?
Yeah.
Because this neighborhood sucks, guys. I don't know why us storytellers keep living here. Like, actually, no, living here is fine. The property values are actually very good. But
School
you know what
system's
happens?
nice.
One of like that clock tower gets just a little bit dusty, and
I
then
nominate
oops,
Brody.
oh come on!
You
Some
and
people need to
basically
You,
asked
you
have a
literally
s-
beat me to it, Robert.
Some people need to sit down, I think.
Yeah. Oh,
Oh, I do.
Laura,
Oh.
Michael.
All right. Robert has nominated Brody. Robert, make your case.
I've heard him talk about cosplay and voices and whatever that was just going on, and I just think it's distracting, and maybe he's doing that as a means to an end as an evil person.
Brody, do you have a defense?
My defense, Robert, watch any video of me. I do this shtick with alarming consistency.
Well,
Emphasis
how else
on
will you learn?
emphasis on emphasis on
Tough love,
alarming. But if you do execute me, like, it won't be great for the town. I'll just leave it there.
Pertinent information, Brody did come to me and he was asking all about outsiders, and the only role I can really think of off the top of my head without looking at the script that benefits is the Godfather. So it's possible that he is a minion, I think.
Or let me re-answer that question. It's because I'm an outsider and I want to get a count, because if we have 3 outsiders, then that means that the Godfather added 1.
What outsider are you?
I'd rather not reveal that right now, because I might have pertinent information if someone chooses to use their ability on me tonight.
Okay, so there is no pertinent information, and I've heard a
You're
couple
the
back and
goon,
forth,
then.
so I'm just going to start the countdown.
Like, I do have information right now that I won't. Yeah, you're gonna execute me, so I won't reveal it.
Yeah, you're gonna
I'll help.
die. It looks like.
I guess I'll stay. I guess I'll stay evil then.
Are you saying you're the evil goon?
What else would I be
Rather, your
implying?
evil vote is a dead vote than a live one. Yeah.
Well,
Yeah,
gee,
because, yeah, I'm an evil goon right now who can
you
become
could
good
have said
if
that
someone.
before the vote.
I was trying to be just a little bit cheeky, my friend. But yeah,
Yeah, that works.
all right. I'm gonna nominate Robert just for the sole purpose of tying this.
All right, Brody nominates Robert for the sole purpose of tying it. Would you like to add anything to your case?
Yeah, adding to my case, this can't be the fourth game in a row where like I'm something evil and then I come out, because this time I can actually turn back good, and I want that. I want that so bad, and I can reveal some. I might be able to reveal information on top of that.
What in,
I would need
No,
to
I
be
mean-
good to reveal it, Laura.
There is no other thing that could have happened. Sorry, go ahead.
There are two things that could have happened. If I could turn good, I can reveal at least one of them because I'll know. Like, it's binary what's gonna happen to me.
So is that the end of your case for Robert?
Yeah, that's the end of my case. I just want to tie this.
All right, Robert, it's your turn to defend yourself if you so choose.
I'm not a good kill for town, so
Yeah, no, like I said, I just
that's
want to tie
fine,
this.
but that's a needle to thread, I guess.
All right, I will start a countdown.
I would rather have a dead evil goon than a living one, personally.
Then you won't get to hear what I know.
I just don't see the DA choosing goon or a not like even if they didn't know it was a goon, choosing anybody other than their demon the very first night.
It could have been a puka too as well.
Well, that's why I'm saying I think that's probably the likely scenario. So keeping Brody alive doesn't give us any more information than we already have.
I guess, yeah.
Well, how would he know which evil person did it? He
It's
wouldn't.
what because
know
it's
it's
because it's
second.
one or it's only one. It can only be one of two things.
Yep.
And whether or not I lived through the night would have
Oh.
told me which one.
Hmm.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, but if nobody dies, then we know which one too. So we're good.
I mean-
sorry, Brody. I just say like
Wait, fair play, but Jesus Christ. Like, I'm an evil goon, and I've just told you one of two things that happens to me. Then when something happens tomorrow, well, I am so desperately
Well, the
sorry.
thing is, Brody, we learn just as much whether you live or die, and quite frankly, I think more of us are comfortable having you die. So
I want to live. I want to be good.
Because the other
I-
possibility is
Ow.
that you're lying and then you're a minion or a demon. So that's the best thing for us to do is to just go for the one that we know is evil now.
Okay,
Yeah,
so
I want to be good.
yes.
Shoot. I disagree with what Jen just said, but I don't want to say anything else.
Talk it out. If we need to do something else, let's do it. But I feel like
the problem is I don't want to give any kind of.
Well, make it quick because I'm about to start a 10 count. So you know.
I mean, I'll just nominate somebody, and if you want to hear why, but we don't. Anyways, Joe. I'll nominate Joe. No reason whatsoever behind it. There is some reasons why we would get information more if he was alive than if he was dead. If he is the goon, but it's up to the town if they want to keep him alive or not.
Is that your accusation?
Yeah, and if people want me to spill it in public, I can, but I don't want to give the evil team any information.
All right, Joe. It sounds like it's time for your defense.
I can tell you that I'm not a horrible kill. I mean, killing good people is never good, but I'm not if you execute me, it's not horrible. It would set to prove what I am if you do execute me, though. I'll just say that.
Oh, interesting.
Okay.
So
I
what
see.
do you want us to do, Joe?
I see you.
Well, I'm definitely for killing Brody, but if you'd rather kill me, that's fine.
I don't think we should test this right now.
That's fair.
All right.
All right, I'm gonna start the
I agree.
countdown.
I mean, it's up to you guys if you want to tie it or not, but we don't have to test Joe for sure. That's fine. It doesn't look like
Is
we have
I
to
mean,
tie
I'm
it.
just trying to figure out what else we could figure out. Like I said, if somebody dies tonight and Brody was telling the truth, which he could very well be lying,
Right.
then we know that DHOs him.
I'll talk to you tomorrow, Jen,
Okay.
about what my thoughts were.
Okay. Yeah, I'm down for that.
Anyway, the time has been spent, so I will have a 10 count. This is the time to nominate if you'd like to. And it's very confusing looking at the screen. I can't even figure out which fingers I'm bending.
Laura, you said the only person who'd be interested in knowing the outsider count is Godfather. Godfather starts knowing the outsiders.
And with
Well,
that,
okay, but it's
But if they
Okay.
got somebody to admit that they were an outsider, then they would be able to target them and then therefore get an extra kill in the night.
and I'm not exactly sure how you get people from not being nominated or whatever, mark for nomination, but the day has ended and Brody has been executed. Brody, how did you die? I forgot to ask you before you died.
Goonishly.
Okay. I think that means that he was foolish and it caused him to die. And I'm opening the breakout rooms, and the game is not over.
So he acted like the fool, but wasn't actually the fool because he did die. So you learned that.
wasn't picked by DA either. We're still going to Chris's room. I assume so.
I guess. Sorry.
No, it's okay.
All right. Not sure what that's about. And oh, I have a lot of people to visit. So actually don't see a 1. What's that about? Oh, 1 is the toy maker. So I guess Chris gets to visit first. So I went to Chris's room. That's so stupid. Which is Laura's room. Man, that's a nightmare. Hopefully she doesn't storytell that. Would you like to use your ability?
Hello, this already stinks. You gave me the worst minion for the day. No offense, Brody, you're okay, but
Well,
I'm gonna use the toy maker and just call it good for the first day here, right? I can do that.
you can.
So
And actually, yeah.
Yeah.
I think that's interesting.
yeah, nobody was thinking about it, which is I was like, Brody's just not gonna die. Nobody's gonna die, and now I don't know what they're gonna do.
Okay, thank you.
So yep, I'm using the toy maker.
Yo.
I choose Robert and Chris.
You learn a 1.
Thank you.
Thank you.
What is wrong with Brody's face? looking weird.
All right.
Still got
Is
Robert's
everyone
wall.
back? Yep, everyone's back. And we have a wall.
We have a wall.
So you will learn that I have deleted Chris's room and added a Laura room. In addition to that, you will also learn that nobody died last night.
Hmm.
And I will
So it's a puka, probably.
open.
It's likely.
Or
All
Poe.
right, Jen, do you want to talk now?
Yeah, let's go.
Let's go to my room.
Sounds good.
You'll have about 6 minutes.
Lynn, can we chat?
Sure, I think you're evil, but we'll chat.
When did Puka kill
I
tonight? Because they poisoned yesterday.
No, because they
Maybe.
poisoned me.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
Lynn,
They
your
poisoned me, which would have made them drunk, which would have made me evil, and then nobody dies. So we've got a puka.
So your death, you said, was useless. Well, I don't think it was.
Well, it's useless to me because I'm fucking evil.
It's also not necessarily true.
Yeah, that's
Mm.
true.
Hmm.
Anyone want to talk?
I'll talk to you, Robert.
Like, it's not
Okay.
binary info, but like, good. This
Uh,
game.
Me, please. I'm the second one down.
okay. Hello.
Hey, what do you feel like doing?
Well, I'm just going to tell you why I don't know that the Puka story makes sense. Well, it does make sense. It could be that.
Okay.
It could also be that a Poe or whatever chose a fool who wouldn't have died.
That's true.
Um,
So,
And-
are you intimating that you're the fool?
which is kind of what I said yesterday in my defense.
That's kind of what I figured you were saying yesterday.
Right.
Okay. I mean, that could be. It could be a Poe charging, and that's why
Right.
we didn't have a death. I mean, there's lots of reasons we might not have had a death. We
Exactly.
executed someone, so it could be a zombie. I mean, there's all kinds of possible permeations.
Right. So,
Okay. So, yeah, I don't know. I don't have any info as of yet. Not really an info gathering role, so
neither was I, which is why I didn't
Yeah.
care to say it.
Yeah.
You know.
um,
And if I am the fool, it's better that someone know that I could have already been used up already.
right. I mean, to be fair, I mean, you could have been like protected by a DA or something, and
Which is true.
that's
And,
why.
I mean, don't even know that it was me that was targeted. You know.
Right. So, yeah. So, yeah, that's possible. So I'll give you 3 roles I could be: courtier, professor, pacifist.
Okay. Pacifist would be nice.
Yeah, but it's a weird one. I've seen it used more as a bluff than something that actually happens.
Right.
Then it just happens at the end or something. I don't know, but we'll see.
Okay.
All right. Cool. Thanks, Jeff.
Thanks.
No one had any information on you.
Well, here's the problem. Like, I was gonna reveal myself once I turned good anyway. Well, shit out of luck on that front now.
Yeah,
But
I'm sorry.
like,
all I can say.
yeah, and the reason Robert nominated me is because like I always do these bits where like I just talk. It's a fun game. It's a social game. I like talking. I like being social. And then Robert nominates me because I'm doing a bit. And then nope, looks like I did, and it looks like I'm evil. So I don't know who's helped here, but it definitely isn't me.
Yeah, I don't know how to help you there.
Yeah.
But at least yours isn't obnoxious like Jason or Alex, because when they do it, it's like it's chaos to the point where like just shut them up.
Yeah.
You know.
At least I'm amusing.
Oh yeah, I agree. I agree totally.
Happened in
Hey,
a game.
Steven, I have a question. Steven.
So,
Okay.
storyteller question for just you would be in private, because otherwise it kind of has to be in the main room, I think.
Okay.
No,
Can I Can I go to the storyteller room then?
Yep, that sounds fine.
Okay, sorry, Lynn. We'll chat later.
Okay.
Hi, I just have a clarifying question for the goon. So based on how I read the ability, the first player to choose you is it every single night that you become their alignment. So for instance, if Brady was chosen by an evil person the first night, and then he was chosen by a good person the second night, he would become good later.
Yes, except that ability only functions until they die.
Right. So if I were to resurrect Brody, theoretically speaking, would he become the evil goon, or would he be resurrected as the good goon?
Well, first of all, your ability only resurrects townsfolk, so you can't resurrect an outsider.
Oh, right. Never mind then. Cool. Okay. Thank you.
Yep.
Oh no, Joe is going to someone else's turn.
Yep. And I literally broke out, closed the room. So, how you doing?
Good. How are you? Oh my god. I think I'm a little brain fried because I've just asked 2 stupid questions in the span of like 5 minutes.
It's not stupid. I've actually seen storytellers bring back outsiders to life, so it's a confusing game. Obviously.
All right.
Lynn, I just realized that that whole scenario we're talking about is totally not a thing. So don't think on anything I just said.
Anyway.
Robert.
Yeah.
Can I ask you something? Were you the first role you claimed to me?
I was not.
You're not? Okay. Okay. Thank you.
So this is chit chat time.
Robert, you're
I
a
would
monster.
Hmm.
You nominated me because I was having fun doing my little cosplay bits, which I do every game.
And yet you're still doing them from beyond the grave. I mean,
Yeah.
I'm gonna keep this up. This is
Oh,
all I
we're
have
welcome.
anymore.
Yeah,
I was the
What if he's a zombie? Maybe we should double tap him.
Yeah, you made him laugh till silence.
I mean, well, geez, there wasn't a kill. It could be Zombo.
The quiet. It's so nice.
I'm going to gossip that the minion is a mastermind.
I
I'll
gossip that we have a
that
poet.
Jen's the demon.
gonna gossip that everyone who voted for me yesterday is rude and naughty and not fun, and they don't like shtick and they don't like cosplay. We could have had a grandmother doing a grandmother voice the entire time.
I'm going to gossip
Can I-
that Brody is the zombie.
Hmm.
Thank you.
I will
Even if
gossip
we-
that the demon is either Jen, Laura, Chris W, or Lynn.
Unfortunately, even if we killed Brody a second time, I still don't think he'd shut up.
That's fair.
I wouldn't.
Press the mute button.
Doesn't mean it wouldn't be fun.
Based on what I think is going on, I don't know what everyone else is thinking, but I would think that it may be prudent to not kill today. But we can go wherever anybody wants to go.
If we assume that this was a Poe charge last night, then we could be getting 3 people killed tomorrow.
If
Or
we assume that.
have a Godfather and an assassin.
But if Brody, unless Brody is a minion or a demon, I do tend to believe that he probably was the evil goon, which means that it was probably a poison, which means it's puka, which means that whoever was chosen will die. The only reason that nobody died last night is because we already had killed Brody and he was the poisoned one. I am inclined to believe it is not a zombie, but it's not completely out of the question.
I'd just like to interrupt you to say that nominations are now open.
I'm gonna be inclined to think that it's not Godfather either because there's no kill, right? Brody's a goon.
Or assassin.
Yeah.
True. Yeah, Brody is it. Yeah.
Brody is
Yeah.
confused about being an outsider.
I don't want to metagame too much, but I do think that Steven would love a mastermind game because he is a mastermind. So
I'm
Okay.
glad
Jen,
I could help the good
that's
team.
very appreciated.
you got that on video? You want me to repeat it? And
I got stuff on video too. Can you say something nice about me?
who are you?
You son of a.
I apologize, Chris A.
I mean, I made it a point I made it a point when I was chatting with Ned to just keep my middle finger up as long as possible. I'm not going to do that on camera because
Sometimes
I
both
respect
of them.
occasionally both of them, but I respect Steven and Chris's monetization. too much.
Unfortunately, I did get a bit of that on camera.
I didn't. So that's good.
I will
Yeah,
say,
you
whatever
did.
we decide, I do want to chat with Lynn, Ned, and Robert at some point since I haven't talked to you guys yet.
That's fine. I mean, Jen, usually if you want to talk to me a little later in the game, you might be evil, so.
Fair enough.
Well, what are we doing? Are we going to go to sleep without killing or what?
Mm.
I think no matter what scenario we're in, there's going to be a death tonight anyways.
Hmm.
I think,
Could be.
yeah.
But we may be adding extra for nothing.
Is it worth just going
Well,
on Brody if we're not intending to
well,
kill someone?
it's
Well,
as
Just
very-
on
Zombo wouldn't
Zombo
matter
or
for
Mastermind
Zombo.
if we
Since we already,
trust
since we already killed an evil person, we haven't lost any good people yet. So
Well,
we don't
for
want
the
to. We don't want
Zombo
to kill
to
a
be
good.
satisfied,
Yeah.
for the Zombo to
Yeah.
be satisfied, we'd have to kill somebody. They would have to die. For a mastermind, I believe.
Well, I mean,
Yeah.
that would only be if Brody were.
Yeah.
Right.
If a player is then no, it says executed. It doesn't say anything about if they have to die or not.
Yeah, it just
does
says if the
if
demon
no.
dies by execution, then it'll go one more day.
Pertinent info. If I'm not the evil goon, then what the hell am I? Like execute me again just to prove that I'm
Okay, so it goes
Just a
one more
discredit?
day, and then if a player is then executed, their team loses. So if we execute a good player, we lose.
If he's the
That's
demon.
If we execute any
Yes.
player, it
if
doesn't
he's
say
a
good.
demon.
If he's the
Yeah.
demon.
So, since we're talking
don't think
about
he's a
the
demon.
mastermind, I will clarify, since there may be people here that are newer. The mastermind, if you execute the day after killing the demon, the team that you executed will lose. So if you were to
Oh, okay.
execute or re-execute an evil player, good would win. But you aren't forced to execute. If you choose not to execute, then
will still
it would
win.
just continue to be the way it normally would be.
If we, but for the zombie,
Alright.
someone would have to die. You can't just execute a dead body for that.
Well, and if that's the case, then I'll nominate Brody again.
Just beat him
Okay.
up.
I heard a nomination. Michael
That was me.
nominates Brody. State your case.
For that mastermind trigger. That's the reason for the mastermind trigger.
Okay. Brody, defense.
Yes.
You are a dead body, so your defense should be brief.
my defense.
Okay,
Defense.
this is particularly brief. I'm assuming that you are not frozen and that you're just choosing to be odd.
Yeah, he's just.
Okay, I'm going to start the nomination.
We should just get 4 on this, guys.
Have you seen
Can't we
the
think of somebody else?
there's the old show Police Squad that would end their show
Yeah.
with a freeze frame, but it would be pretend freeze frame. Things would go on in the background. So I'm waiting for a cat to stroll by.
We can see your webcam moving, Brody. It's not working.
I will say, just so it's out there, Chris brought this up, and it's very true that this is possible. That last night it could also have been the toy maker was used just because of the way that we talked yesterday. I don't think it likely, but that is a possibility. Just so everyone has it in their head to math things out, I guess.
Hey, Steven, I have a rules question.
Yeah.
With the toy maker, if it was a toy maker and a Poe, could the Poe charge and still count as the toy maker thing, or is is charged.
Oh,
Are those separate things, or can they be used jointly?
I am not 100% sure, but I am going to treat it as though those are separate things because the Poe needs to choose not to kill, which I suppose. Yeah, I'm gonna say that they're different. I don't actually know how it's supposed to be, but that's how it's gonna be this time.
If the
Yep.
Poe chooses not to kill, isn't that classed as an attack because they're charging?
Correct.
Yeah.
They're
That's
choosing
what
to
I would.
charge.
That's the way I would do
Yeah,
it too, because it
yeah.
says attack on there. It doesn't say kill.
Yeah.
And I think that would also apply with the poisoning too. They would have to choose not to poison, right, Stephen?
So I'm gonna
For Puka.
use it that basically you're just saying I do nothing,
Do
and
nothing,
you're not benefiting in any way, with the
Yeah.
caveat that I'm not 100% sure how it's supposed to be run.
That would be similar to not waking them up for like that last night.
Yeah, because
Right,
that's the
so they
way.
couldn't
If
do
they
anything.
don't ever choose to not kill, then you would just not wake them up, and that definitely. So I'm going to treat it as though I didn't wake the demon up. If they say they don't want to kill for the Toymaker.
Thank you.
Makes sense.
that makes sense. Yeah.
Anyway, we do have somebody on the block, and it has been 6 minutes, so I will have a 10 count. And I don't know how to actually do this. Hopefully, I never have a sobriety test because this is not something that I'm particularly good at. Anyway, nobody nominated, so we will re-nominate Brody to clear the mark, and he has been executed again, but people that are dead do not get to decide how they're executed. So in traditional fashion, we will dig him up and burn him at the stake, and we will
I would like to be extra cremated.
all
You
open
don't
the
get
breakout
choices.
rooms. Yeah, you're dead. As true dead people, you must not speak during your execution. Breakout rooms are open. Anyway, I did desperately want to record the conversation between Robert and Chris, but I did not. So we'll watch from his perspective, but I'm curious how that went down. I also realized that the grandmother should have a grandchild, so I have made Joe his grandchild, which, because he doesn't know about that, so it's less likely that Joe will die. But if the demon does eventually kill Joe, then Robert will also die, which will definitely not help good, because they will not know what the heck is happening. Anyway, I get to visit Chris. I also don't think that Laura figured out that I was visiting her because I thought she was the demon. How would you assess the game?
Oh, I don't know. I am assessing it as we've made some strides in the right direction. If I'm actually the Shabaloth, evil Shabaloth, if I'm the lunatic, Good's in trouble because, well, I think I'm evil.
Would you like to kill anybody tonight?
Yeah, let's kill Laura and Ned.
Okay.
If I am the evil Shabaloth, you have used the Fibbin appropriately.
I don't know what you're talking about, but I'm going to move on.
That's what I thought. Get out! Get out! Or I will eat you, Storyteller.
Stop it. Your mouth is way too big. Get out of here. Yo.
Hello, sir. I'm going to choose Joe and Lynn.
Okay. You will earn a 0.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you. I just wanted to double check. You said Laura and Ned, right?
Yeah, Laura and Ned.
Okay, that's fine. Thank you.
Oh, okay. Thanks.
That is.
I see 10 people and a wall where Robert should be, which is normal. So I will announce that in the night it was very quiet because Ned died in his sleep and Laura died in her sleep, which was very peaceful and quiet.
that doesn't sound very pleasant or peaceful.
Well,
No.
they didn't suffer is the point.
Oh, well, that's,
Well, that's
good.
I
good.
want them to.
Anyway, I will
Okay.
open breakout rooms.
Ned, can we chat?
Sure.
I actually want to have a very brief chat with Steven real quick.
Okay.
Stephen, can I
In
also
the
get you to cue
storyteller
the
room.
vote?
Your room.
Okay.
Yep.
Sorry. Yeah, thank you.
All right,
Okay,
so,
I'm going to my storyteller.
okay.
Laura, you want
So I don't really have anything gameplay related. If I remember right, Chris's Bluff were Tinker, Exorcist, and something else that I just don't remember. Tinker was kind of a freebie because I knew that all the outsiders were in play. That only one outsider was in play, so I knew which ones weren't, which is why I bluffed Goon.
It's a fair point.
So yeah, I didn't know if you knew that before. It's actually one of my favorite parts about The Godfather because it just opens up a lot of free bluffing.
Well, technically, Chris didn't know, and I did give it to him. And minions don't always talk to their demons.
That's all. That's also true. Like I'm not criticizing one way or the other. I don't even care if you put this in the final
Well,
thing.
it is
I just like
so.
shoot. I just like shooting. I just like shooting the shit about this game. There's a lot of fun storytelling opportunities, and I hope you're having a good time.
Yep, I am. Hopefully everybody else is, and hopefully they are when the game is explained at the end.
All right. Yeah. I went bold early.
Don't know if that was a great move.
It demonstrably wasn't.
Anyway,
All right. Take care.
N is the thing that he's been doing every single day. That is the thing that he is. Yeah. It's useful. I'm inclined, I don't know. Based on what Jen told me, I am inclined to think that mechanically he's good. Socially, I'm reading him as kind of like, I don't know.
Right.
But I think that might just be him trying to figure things out and keeping all of his worldviews open, which he does a lot. Lynn, I think is evil. Brody, I think is evil goon. I think we've all pretty much cleared that up right now. That's about all I got so far.
Okay. What, if you don't mind me asking, what are you? What were you?
I was the professor.
Oh, okay, professor.
Yep.
Okay. That was actually one of the 3 roles that Robert gave me.
Interesting. Okay. I need to go chat with Robert today, actually. So I will talk to you later.
Okay.
Cool. Thanks.
I'm the grandmother.
Oh, were you able to find your grandchild, or?
I was. So here's the thing, and I believe that I found my grandchild. I believe that the only thing that gives me pause, because I know I wasn't, if there was a puka, I know I wasn't poisoned. The only thing that gives me pause is the fibbin or whatever it is, because our illustrious storyteller could have just told me a wrong thing, and give me an evil player or something. And but so we'll see.
Are they dead or are they still alive? You don't have to tell me, but like.
Yeah, that's all the info I'm going to give right now.
Okay.
But I wanted to come out to somebody,
Okay. That's
point.
fine. Have you guessed what role I am?
Let me see. God, I can't even read my writing. Are you the innkeeper? What you gave me innkeeper.
I'll gossip today too, before you do it.
Okay. Well, at this point, I don't think I'm long for this world, regardless of what happens. But
That's fair.
all right, let me see if I
But-
can get back and find any more information.
Yeah, it's tough because I mean anything you said was true. It could be a Poe that hit something that can't die. I mean, it's just so many possibilities. I'm struggling to figure it out.
Yeah, the only thing is, if it was a Poe, then how did? I mean, I guess they could have chose not to use their toy maker and then charge immediately right after, right? Or wait, no, there's only been two, so they would have charged the first night and then gone the second. But that would mean that we are already down, because that would mean that Brody is either playing really terribly as good, or
Brody
There's a-
does play pretty terrible, but
or there's a DA, or he was one of the minions and we killed him. So shit. Okay. All right. Let me see if I can find out more information.
yeah.
Like playing with him.
Okay.
So maybe he's evil. Maybe we can be on the same team.
Well,
Do I look like I know what's going on, Michael?
yeah, I know. I'm in the same boat as you. Like, I'm just trying to.
Wait, same boat? Does that mean?
Well,
no
I'm not evil. No, I'm not evil. I don't
Fucking
mean
hell.
that. I meant I don't know what's going on.
You're just referencing boats.
If
'cause
I
that's
was
in your
evil,
background.
I would come to you and say you need to vote when I vote. That's what I would be doing if I was evil.
Okay.
But yes, I'm not evil. Oh, look,
Neat.
Jen and Laura are speaking again.
I don't know one way or the other, but I know like they like talking to each other a lot.
I think it might be a Poe, and maybe so. There's two things that I'm thinking. Either Joe's role is the reason why nobody died the first night, or it was a Poe charge, and the reason why only 2 people died tonight is because Joe was part of that target and didn't die.
It's possible. I still lean towards, unless Brody was one of the evils, I lean towards it being Puka. But I don't understand why Puka wouldn't have chose me or Joe.
Right. I mean, your worldview works for that night, but I don't necessarily think it explains tonight or this last night.
Well, last night, like I said, if they had already chosen either Ned or you, and then I gossiped correctly as that there was a mastermind, then that explains 2 kills.
Yeah, that's true. I think right now my evil team is Lynn.
Let's talk.
No, he's going to
Or
speak
go
with Brody.
No, Brody, we're done. We're done. I found somebody else.
All right, go. Yeah, go.
My room.
Well,
no, it's
oh,
closed.
They're closed.
Oh, bloody hell.
They wrote. Nobody.
Stephen knew, because that's Chris was
that's-
asking
That's
to
my
talk.
that's my problem. I'm an evil goon. There's 2 of my teammates roaming around that I can't find, and that won't want to talk to me, because then that's hella fucking suspicious on them. So,
Hey, Christy, can we chat?
Not anymore today.
Closed.
The
rooms
only
are
person
closed,
you can
but
chat with is
tomorrow-
me, because
Kidding.
the rooms are closed.
1, 2, 3, 4,
Yeah, we're missing at
5.
least 1. I think we're missing
I'm just
2.
looking at how many people we have alive.
Oh.
Yeah, they're coming now.
6 people.
All right. I will allow for chit chat for about 2 minutes.
Jen, just so you're aware, you know that little heart in the middle of the screen? That tells you how many are alive instead of counting.
Yep. I'm slow. I just like to.
Counting is good. It keeps your juices flowing.
I like numbers. They're my favorite. See, Robert, this is what happens. Even when you double tap, if you kill me once because of stick, then you double tap me.
Brody's
But now
still
you.
not- He's still talking. Jesus.
I can't hear
I'm
the
going
guy.
to gossip that this the demon is a Puka.
Oh no.
I want to gossip.
think you're
that
right.
Brody is the evil goon.
If you're right, somebody's gonna die. Great.
I'm going to gossip that that was an assassin kill.
I would agree with that, actually.
I'll gossip that there is a Poe.
I think Poe is unlikely.
I think somebody's going to be dead because of this.
Poe is a possibility, guys. If there's like a fool in the game or some, a sailor, and they just could got 2 kills off and 1 survived, right? Poe is-
Okay.
That's another thing, yeah.
I'm going to gossip that the gossip got something right yesterday.
Jen, remember who I told you and listen to what is being said.
Jen, remember what I told you and remember what's being said.
My problem right now, unfortunately, Michael, is that you are stuck in a double claim between 2 people, or you claim the demon, one of the 2.
I'm going to tell you right now that I am none of the P's.
Okay.
Yeah.
Then we can talk tomorrow.
I'd like to gossip that
if
Jen,
there is a tomorrow.
remember who we talked to and remember what I said.
I would like to gossip that Michael is the
Oh my
Poe.
goodness.
In hyper specific.
All right. About 2 minutes has gone by, so nominations are open.
Michael, is that down Periscope?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. I had to find something where he looks like a sailor.
Rolling out of Kelsey Grammer's.
Kelsey Grammer, yeah.
I'm going to be running out soon. I have to find another character to do.
I think it was in a movie called like Money Plane or something like that.
Yes, with Edge from the WWE. Yeah, it was awful.
Looks brilliant.
Do we have an idea?
Nominate.
What's our theme?
T.
All right, we have a nomination.
My theme is trying to find characters that match the script that Kelsey Grammer has played.
Jen, make your case.
He looks a little bit like Chris A sometimes, so no, I'm just kidding. I'm going to actually make a real case. I do think that Chris T is, just from my conversation with him, I feel like he may have been pushing Poe a little bit, which I do feel like is a little bit less likely from the information that I'm trying to follow, which obviously, and the reads that I'm getting, I just feel like pushing alternative theories that go away from what the information could be is a really good move as a demon or an evil character. Or player. I do think that probably pushes me in that direction, but it's hard to tell. So I guess vote with whatever you think.
Chris, do you have a defense?
I didn't feel like I was pushing Poe when I was talking to you. I mean, I guess if that's what you got from it, then that's what you got. But I certainly am lost at what is exactly going on with the kills. Like I said early on, I thought it might be the toy maker, but maybe it isn't. I don't know. Anyways, I've come out and did basically a 1-for-1 with one person, and then 3-for-3s with 2 or 3 other people at this point. So, all of which actually have my real role in it. So, way to go, me. So, but I am good, and it's not a great kill.
Okay, and with that, I will start the countdown. Three is enough. I have marked Chris for execution. You have about 3 minutes left.
I think somebody should nominate me and we should kill me.
I nominate
You
Jen.
want to die?
I think my gossip is correct, and there will be 2 deaths tonight if that is the case.
Okay.
I think this also takes sus off of me, but yeah, you guys can make a case. You can.
I nominate Jen because he's asking to be nominated.
Michael nominates Jen. Michael, did you have anything you wanted to add?
No, I actually trust Jen.
We shouldn't kill good
all I
people
wanna add.
now. 2 minutes.
So here's the deal. I want to do this. If people are good, then you guys can make the choice whether you want to get the sus off of me or you want to keep me around and we see what happens. 2 people I think are going to die regardless, because I do think this is a puka game. So I do think that they've already chosen someone to die. The only way that 2 people wouldn't die, actually, now that I think about it, is if they've already chosen me and I'm poisoned, and that therefore the gossip wouldn't go through. That is a possibility. But it does seem like there's a couple of people that are either reading me as evil or are evil and pushing on me. And I think that if I stick around too much longer, that they're going to really press that narrative. So I think putting myself up, whether I die or not, shows that I'm willing to see what happens and move on to figure out who the evil person is.
Okay. I guess I will start the countdown.
To really get more people on this, or not.
2 is not enough.
So I'm just trying to figure out from what you just said, Jen, that you think we're going to have 2 kills.
If I'm not poisoned, then yes, I do think so.
Okay, so from your gossip and someone else being puka.
Correct.
Okay, so you're thinking it's a puka as well.
So, like I said, I do think it's a puka. I do think that the one scenario where, and this would be awesome because then it would just be me by myself dying anyways, and that would again, but that would be if the puka chose me already, my power is already null and void, so me gossiping does nothing, and therefore only one person would die, and it would probably be me. Otherwise, if it is a puka game and I just gossip that it's a puka game and I'm not poisoned, then we probably will have 2 deaths tonight.
So when we had 2 deaths, and I apologize, I've been away from the computer a lot.
So my
I was thinking one of the reasons that might have happened was puka assassin.
It's possible.
So like a spent assassin might kind of fall on their sword from,
It's definitely possible, but
and
just
if you
to
thought it was
just to put
puka,
everybody on the same page, I put the Zomboul is the demon, the day 1. That was my first gossip. That was the night that nobody died. My second gossip was the minion is a mastermind. So either it was an assassin and they used their kill to make it look like it was a mastermind and make us not want to kill, or that the minion is a mastermind and the gossip went through and killed.
And then you just gambled the demon as a puka.
Yep.
And you were pretty sure it was a puka.
I'm pretty sure. Okay. But I wanted to give the option that we could kill me to make sure that it doesn't go through too. So.
Well, anyway, we are at time. I was allowing the conversation because it seemed like it was productive, but I'm going to have a 10 count if anybody wants to make a nomination. Now is the time to do so.
I'm going to nominate Michael.
Okay. Chris nominates Michael. State your case.
I've heard from an Exorcist that they picked Michael day 1. I'm not necessarily sure if that means that Michael was the demon or if it was just a sheer luck that the demon didn't kill that day, but he was picked day 1, and I would rather not die myself as well, so I mean, I'd rather do it that way. Somebody who might have actually been stopped by an Exorcist.
Michael.
I did a 1-for-1 with Lynn. She knows my role. She knows I'm not evil.
Well, I
no
hope
one
you're
else.
Anyway.
Well, yeah, you hope I'm not, but my 1-for-1 with you was genuine.
Same with mine, so.
Yep.
Does the Exorcist go before the demon?
Yes, I would imagine, since it stops the demon.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Well, I'm just checking. Okay, I don't know everything.
Well,
Ned. Go
I
ahead.
didn't actually know either. It just seems like
Yeah.
obviously it would based on what it does.
Are you claiming
I don't.
Exorcist, Chris?
I don't.
Go ahead, Ned.
Yeah, let Ned talk first.
I have to question the Exorcist picking Michael, and because we have to explain how Brody turned evil. Somebody had to pick him. The only ones that could turn him evil at that time is a Puka or a Devil's Advocate, which Devil's Advocate doesn't make any sense protecting the goon.
Yeah, I agree.
So Exorcist picking Michael is irrelevant.
That's
Thank you, Ned.
fair. That's fair, and that's totally possible that it did not work that way. I'm just saying that that's what happened.
Yeah.
And it is what it is. I am in a I'm in a grandmother claim with somebody else, so I don't want either one of us to die. But you do what you want.
Start the vote. You can start the vote, but I want to know why you didn't use the voice, Chris, when Brody said that you should.
I'm not exactly saying I'm the grandmother. I'm just
I'm
saying,
joking,
or
I'm
maybe
joking.
I am. Maybe I
I'm
am the
joking.
grandmother.
The
You know, if I
grandchild.
live, maybe the demon will kill me tonight. Maybe they won't. Maybe they'll kill my grandchild.
Drop Brody. Dead vote.
What did Joe do?
Oh, tied it.
Seriously?
Alright.
Thanks a lot, Brody.
Brody has used his ghost vote,
Make-
and there's
making
nobody
my
on the
grandchild
chopping
look
block now.
See Michael's exasperation there.
So we are past the time, so I'll go right back to the count and if anybody would like to make a nomination.
The only thing that signals is that Robert and Chris are on the same side, but maybe Brody's just trying to throw us off. I don't know.
I nominate Joe.
The goon has a very twirly mustache.
Alright, Robert has nominated Joe. If I can find Joe. There he is.
You know, when you kill somebody twice, you should be able to take away their vote.
Robert, state your case.
The reason for this is the couple of days ago, maybe it was day one, Joe said, he was going to die or he wanted to test something. We've never come back to that. It might be worth testing. And we might be able to get an execution possibly without a death. So I'll just throw that out there.
Okay. Joe.
I'm okay with this. I mean, I think we need to kill somebody, and I mean, I don't necessarily think it should be me, but I'm okay with this. He's right. It might prove some things if I'm executed. We'll see. It's up to you.
We'll get information from this. However, I think that there's a lot of worldviews where if Joe dies here, that doesn't necessarily disprove what he was saying already.
Right.
Yeah.
I don't really think he's necessarily the best kill.
I also do think that he could already be poisoned, and that this would make 3 kills. Or no, that would make 2. It would still make 2. Never mind.
The other thing as well is if he was willing to die, the demon wouldn't have chosen him.
Very possible.
Okay, so I'm hearing back and forth. It's really just for Joe. If he's done, I'm going to start the countdown.
I'm done.
You can talk during that if
I
you'd
think
like.
this is a play. I think this is a play to get a 3rd kill.
Possible, but if he's already poisoned or has had a spent ability, I think it would still be 2. If he was poisoned, I think it's Puka. So if he was poisoned, he would have been the death tonight anyways.
Yeah, so... But
I
it doesn't
don't really
matter then.
care either way at this point.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, so we're going to go right back to the count because 1 is not enough.
It might make sense to nominate me. It might not. I don't know.
And with that, there has been no execution, and we will resume breakout rooms. Thanks, everyone. So, I think Chris is in trouble because that appeared to be like minion panic. Brody's been saying he's evil. Unless they think that he was trying to confuse people into thinking they should vote for him, but he was on the block, so he would have died. But the point is that if he chooses Joe and somebody else, there will be one kill, which will make them think it's a Poe, and that he's charging. Maybe. I don't know. We'll see what happens. First I go to Chris. Would you like to kill anybody?
God, I'd like to kill everybody, please.
Okay. Everybody's going to be marked for death.
Yeah, if it's possible, can we just mark everyone? Shoot, I have no idea anymore. That whole thing just biffed me up the wazoo. If I am the demon, and not the lunatic, which I might be.
At
I'll
this
just
point,
kill.
which side would you prefer to be on?
The good side. If I'm demon, if I'm the demon, I'd prefer to be on the good side.
Basically, what you're saying is whatever side you're on, you think is losing.
Yeah, exactly. Oh. And having said that, I guess we'll just kill. Jen and Lynn.
Okay.
No.
Okay.
Lynn and Michael. Shit, I don't know. If I killed Jen and Lynn, it'll be weird that I stayed alive. That's gonna be weird if I stayed alive anyways. Ah, life sucks.
All right. I don't know, but I'm gonna be moving on.
Just kill Jen. Just kill Jen with his own gossip.
Okay.
Totally in one of those I don't know what the heck to do at moments. I never have those when I'm on the good team. I just wing it. On evil, I try to think. It hurts. Now, for the rest of the story.
All right. Moving on.
All right, you try to move on.
I'm
keep you here. No,
going
you
to.
just stay here. No.
Since I only visited one person, I guess I'll waste a little bit of time. Now Lynn will have to choose somebody. Let me see. We're at 6, so we'll be at 4. If she chooses somebody and they don't die, well, I think basically they have to kill the demon tomorrow. See what happens.
This is the worst.
This one's for you, Brody. Where is he? He's not even here.
It's best not to talk to Brody. He starts like making funny sounds and stuff.
And then he'll just talk a lot and loudly. And then you just open up a can of worms.
Laura looks a lot like Robert.
Oh yeah.
Just like a wall.
A wall and a little chair.
We're short 1.
No, we've got everyone. Brody has his screen off.
Why?
And his microphone off. When I was chatting to him, someone came home, so I don't know whether.
Okay. Well, I suppose that I will go on without him. So anyway, it was a loud night because there were cries for help, but they went unanswered, and Lynn died.
Oh shit.
And so did Michael.
Oh.
So it is a poop game.
Steven, how long do
What?
How long do I have? How long are you doing, me?
I don't know what you mean.
Oh fuck.
If you're claiming to be Moonchild, I think you have to do it right away. Because it's as soon as you learn, you have to publicly announce. At least that's the way it used to be written.
Lynn, remember the
don't know if
info I
that's what
gave
you're
you?
claiming.
I don't have your last night, Michael.
Oh, that was poison. So
Oh shit. Oh yeah. Okay. Okay.
Robert or Chris?
Yeah. You know what? I think that's. I'll pick Chris.
1 second.
Okay.
I'm back. What did I miss?
So Lynn and Michael died, and for some unknown reason, Lynn has publicly chosen Chris.
Summary. You don't have to say. You don't have to say anything.
Anything happen?
It happens at night.
Totally
If she is the Moonchild, it happens.
Oh,
at night.
okay. Oh, okay. Good. Okay.
I will
Okay, I got it.
open the rooms.
I'm sorry. What just happened?
Again, Michael and Lynn died, and for unknown reasons, Lynn has publicly chosen Chris.
Okay, so
Lynn claimed Moonchild.
Lynn, can we chat?
Yes, Michael. Let's chat.
Robert, want to
Go to
chat?
your room.
I think I want to say something publicly, but I guess I can say it at the 2 minute thing.
Tonight, if it was a good player to die.
But anyone who wants to talk to me can come to my room. Brody, if you want to. Brody, you're evil. I don't want to talk to you, Brody.
I do just want to
He
kind of
brought
like.
enough sus on us earlier, Robert.
I don't.
Yeah, I know.
Don't
Okay,
know what's
so here's
going
the
on.
deal. I'm just going to put it out right now, just for expedience sake. I'm the grandmother. Chris is my grandchild, or I was told Chris is my grandchild. So
or the other way around.
The thing I'm hesitant about is if Chris is good and he dies tonight, does that mean I'm going to die tonight too? Or is it just with execution?
If the demon kills them. So if it's a demon
if the demon kills them. Okay.
So we're fine.
Well, except for now I've outed that.
Yeah.
So I think this is
it was pretty clear that that's what you guys were talking about last time. So I don't understand why, if that was the case, they wouldn't have gone for her.
Well, it would have been Puka, so he might be Puka poisoned for tonight.
So
anyway.
you're saying
so I
we
think
should
this is our last
kill
day.
him?
Yeah, maybe we should kill him, because the other thing is, and I'll just say this, is the thing that was in my head is, as soon as I found out I was the grandmother, is that we have a fibbing in play, so I might have been given the wrong grandchild. Which Chris could be evil under those circumstances. That's a needle to thread, I guess. But
I just want to say, you calling me evil makes you a charitable grandmother.
Well, I always thought I would be for several reasons.
My real grandmother never called me evil, so I'm just pointing it out.
And I just posited that you may be. So
okay.
I don't know. So this could very well be our last day.
Could the fibbin be seen as a piece of information that I said is that it was, and then used to kill somebody, even though it was actually false?
The once per game, one good player might get false information. Killing for a gossip that wasn't true would not be me telling a player false information.
Okay. Just wanted to make sure.
Demon,
if I am the gossip.
If you could indulge a hypothetical too. If a grandmother was given false information about who their grandchild is, would they still have a grandchild, and that could be somebody else?
So the grandmother starts knowing a good player and their character. If the demon kills them, then you will die also.
But fibbing wise,
I don't
give the information to him that it's the wrong grandchild.
I don't know how to.
Okay.
Like, that's what the role is.
No, but you said the fibbing. That's the thing.
Oh, ho, 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 ho.
Oh.
Robert, do you mind saying what you saw Chris's role as?
Exorcist.
Trying to remember when I spoke to him.
Or
Alright.
for all you demons out there, I might be the grandmother, and he might be.
Robert, when did you speak to him? Was day one?
It's kind of
Day 2.
Day 2?
Mm.
I think you spoke to him before I did. Did you say I saw you as this, or did you ask him to do a
I did
one-for-one?
say I saw you as this. I didn't play it particularly well, but I've been
I did.
running
Ro-
around.
Hold up,
Jen,
Robert.
hold on.
When I did my whole thing that the grandmother should come out and do the voice,
Oh, here we go.
you
You had to
nominated me
die for
based
that.
on.
All right,
You
Brody.
were trying to
We got it.
pigeonhole me.
Case
I
in point, I
didn't.
talked to Jen. I talked to Robert after
Was a
you, right at
suggestion
the
of
end
like
of
a
the day.
stick.
Okay.
We were in the middle of talking, and the break room's closed.
So in with the information that I have, this is a Puka mastermind game. We didn't kill. We didn't execute anybody yet, though. So
I don't believe it. I don't believe it.
you don't think it's a mastermind game?
No, I don't. No, I don't. I think it was an assassin kill for the first
I
double
do too.
kill, and it was gossip kill for this past double kill. And I don't believe the Exorcist picked Michael, because I don't believe there was an Exorcist.
Gossip.
Oh, I picked them day 0 or day 1 or whatever. So
Yeah, I know.
Michael, can I
Conveniently.
chat to you?
I didn't have any info at the time. I couldn't decide who to pick.
Or our rooms though? Yeah, rooms are closed.
Rooms are closed. So
Yeah, so this is
can
chit
I
chat
ask
time.
that? Yeah, can I ask that we go around the circle and say our roles? I want to
I'm
go
good with that.
last.
Oh, so I
So
go
if we
first.
start with Brody or Ned, whichever way.
I'll start. It's okay. I was
Yep.
pacifist, so I could have protected maybe a good person from me being executed, but maybe not. It's just a passive role.
Okay.
Hey, I'm the grandmother. I saw Chris as my grandchild and the Exorcist.
I've been pretty open. I was from the beginning that I'm the fool. I may or may not have been attempted to die yet or not. I have no idea.
I am the gossip. Day 1, the Zombo is the demon. Day 2, the minion is a mastermind. What I say? Day 3, the demon is a Puka. That's pretty much it.
I was the professor, which I told to only 2 people prior to my death, which was Jen and Lynn.
I'm the exorcist. I picked Michael, and then I was about to pick Robert. Then I picked Ned because I just had to pick somebody after I found out what Robert was. And then last night I picked Jen.
I was your moon child, and I picked Chris.
Take a wild guess.
All right.
Minstrel. No. Okay.
Holy shit, you got it. Were you my grandmother?
I was the chambermaid, and I chose Ned and Laura night 0 and got a 0. And then at night 1, I chose Robert and Chris and got a 1. And then the second night, I chose Joe and Lynn and got a 0, but that could be poisoned by the demon.
What was the information one more time? Sorry.
Night 0, I chose Ned and Laura and got a 0.
Makes sense.
Which is right.
Night 1, I chose Robert and Chris and got a 1. And night 2, I chose Joe and Lynn and got a 0. And then the next night I died. So I could have possibly been poisoned for that info.
It's
You could have
possible
also
you're
been
correct.
getting a fibbing on one of these too.
Yep.
More specifically on the 1 for Robert and Chris. Could have been
Could have been a 2.
fibbing.
Could have been a
Yeah,
2.
I think so too.
Could have been a 2, or it could have been
So
a 0. Yeah.
0. But
All right, I'm gonna let you know that nominations are open.
I don't think we should nominate.
Well, here's the thing. I think it's outed info that Chris and I are, a pair, which means he could have been Puka yesterday. And if he dies, I die. Game's over. Evil wins. Lynn is also publicly picked him as the Moonchild, so he might die tonight, and the demon could kill tonight. I think this is our last day, and I think we should kill some and just take a shot at the demon.
If that's the logic, then why would we not kill Chris Werewolf Killer?
Because
the
demon would still kill him.
Yeah, but if he chose Chris the Werewolf Killer,
he wouldn't die, right?
Correct.
So maybe that is the play. Unless they win another way. But so yeah, because
that's taking a chance that they chose Chris the Werewolf Killer.
Yeah, so that's
they might have chose
true.
you, Robert, too.
They might have,
because we kind of looked pretty together yesterday.
Yeah. So I will just say that if we were to nominate, my nomination would be Jen. That's just positing because, like, I just don't like the gossip play and gossiping that Apuka was in play when he really felt Apuka was in play. Just I'm curious about we've got info that's saying that Joe doesn't wake up at night, but Michael might have been poisoned for that. So
quick storyteller question. Seeing as Lynn chose Chris as the Moonchild, would that ability go off before the demon gets to kill?
Moonchild, when you learn that you died, publicly choose one alive player. Tonight, if it was good, they die. So the demon wouldn't be told who was dying. If the demon picked somebody that was going to die already, then they would die. Like, you can't super die.
Yeah, but who would get the kill on me?
Yeah, who would get the kill? Would the Moonchild get the kill, or would the demon?
Moonchild.
Why does it matter?
Based on what
Because then it won't trigger the grandmother.
Like, this is actually like
okay.
I'm looking at the night order.
Yeah, so if it would go by night order, if the Moonchild acts first, which I think is the case,
Moonchild acts near the end.
Yeah. Okay,
not to interrupt.
So if the demon was to kill, the Moonchild acts after the demon, so that would still get the kill.
It's up to the alive players.
I think as long as the gossip doesn't gossip anything.
I'm not planning on that.
Okay. I think it's safe to go in. Because I'm sorry, Robert, I think you and Chris are the evil team.
Okay, we're not, but I get that you think that.
Wait, you're not gonna say sorry to me?
I mean, Chris could be evil and I not know. Just because of the fibbing thing. But
if he doesn't
out of the four, there was one between you and Chris, and my 0 could have possibly been poisoned for Joe.
Yeah.
Jen, I didn't get to do a read on because that was going to be my next pick.
Well, if it's on Chris and Chris is evil, it doesn't matter with me anyway because he won't die.
Right.
He wouldn't die. Yeah, it'd be one kill.
I'm going to nominate Jen just because that's my hunch. And, and then if I can say, if no one goes for it, I can at least say that maybe I nominated the demon. Because I also nominated Jeff. So
you can say I told you so.
Yeah.
All right. Well,
I keep a little book.
Robert nominated Jen, I will allow Robert to speak if he'd like.
I think I said why I'm suspicious of Jen, and I won't belabor it.
Okay. Explain 2 kills 2 nights in a row without there being some other explanation for them. I don't understand how, unless there's another gossip who wants to come out, how that would happen. Mike,
I'm lost. I don't know.
I think that was his defense, Stephen.
Yep, that's it.
Okay, I will run the countdown.
Should we kill him?
Of course. Look at that.
Yeah, Robert can take his hand down, man. Whatever you guys want.
He's not going to. Oh.
There you go. See?
I found John persuasive with that thing. And again, I've been away for the computer a lot, and I apologize for that. So
No, it's
one is not enough.
The kill thing makes sense to me.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, unless there's a Shabaloth that would be a regurgitation, though. So that again, 2 kills 2 nights in a row, there would have to have been a charge between that second. You know what I mean? Like that just doesn't add up. I don't like. If I were to nominate, I would probably lean towards Chris. And that you may have gotten bad information. But the only thing that I run into is that I think that would mean that both of you are evil, and I don't understand why you would have just taken your vote down just now. That would have actually explained a little bit more to me. Because the information you got being poisoned and the information that Michael got being poisoned.
It would just be a fibbin was my only.
Yeah. Poisoned or fibbin, either way, whichever. The fibbin, I'm saying, if you got fib 2, then I don't know how. Oh, well, actually, no, that would add up because Chris could be the demon, and if you got fib 2, then Michael's information on the second night would be correct.
Have there been 2 deaths each night except for the first night?
Yes. There's no deaths the first night because
so
we killed
could the
Brody,
first
who
night
we
have
assume was
been them
poisoned.
just eating the death, like because they have to, and then 2 deaths, 2 deaths, 2 deaths, Shabaloth, but we haven't had anyone resuscitate.
Oh, have they used their toy maker?
That's just.
They may have to use it tonight. We don't know.
Well, that's true too.
I think we should go to sleep then.
I think we should go to sleep because if Chris is good, he's going to die. Evil's going to win. But if he's evil, he's going to be alive, and then there should only be 1 death or no deaths because of the toy maker.
We're going to learn more if we just go to sleep, I think.
Yeah.
We're either going to lose or we're going to keep going.
Yeah.
Well, it's better than.
That's a fair assessment.
And at least we learn more.
Yeah, because if we kill someone and it's wrong, then it's.
I honestly think that people, they were trying to keep me alive to put sus
on you.
If somebody's poisoned, I almost feel like it's probably Joe.
All right, so I was gonna allow it to go longer, but I've been hearing a couple people call for the end of the day, so I will do the final countdown. You can all decide if you'd like to nominate in this time.
Nope, I'm good.
No, I'm good.
I'm good.
Probably gonna.
Did everybody that is alive say they were good? Because then I don't need to count them. But I guess at this point I have 4, so I guess I'll just continue. Look how good I am at this, guys. One of these days I'm gonna accidentally give you the middle finger, though.
Well, you're gonna give yourself the middle finger.
All right, so yeah, nobody was executed, and I will open breakout rooms.
All right.
So there is one final hurdle to evil winning, which is that Chris needs to not pick the Fool. But the Fool is super public, so that should not happen. So, the toy maker's already been used. I will go to the werewolf killer.
Get him to come back. And, oh, well, look, I don't even have much more time to think about it.
Alright, I need you to pick 2 players.
So, it all comes down to you, basically. This is exciting. It's going to be your problem. But who would you say, if I pick 2 people, obviously they're supposed to be in order, so I pick one and then the other. Who typically gets regurgitated if you decide to regurgitate somebody to keep this going? The first one or the second?
So your ability says a dead player you chose last night might be regurgitated. So there's not a preference to.
Okay, so it's all on you, basically?
Yes.
Storyteller? Okay. Yep. Well, then, let's go with Robert and Jen and see what you do.
Okay.
I think they both deserve to die. Those people should have killed me long ago.
Alright. Well, that brings up an interesting conversation because he killed Lynn and Michael last night. They could come back to life. However, the professor's already dead, so that would validate that it was the Shabaloth. I don't want to just give the game to good. Which that's the thing, is literally by picking to bring somebody back to life, Chris will not die. So I think I have to just not. Alright, I think everyone's back. So, in the night, there were a few deaths. Robert died. And Jen died.
The Shabaloth? What the hell?
And the game is over.
Joe.
Chris was evil.
And,
Joe. Joe.
And
shame on
Brody's team has won.
Mhm.
the evil goon.
Yeah.
So,
show this grim baby.
well, I'm going to talk through it. So I didn't take good notes like I have in the past, but we'll see what I can remember. So the feature of the game was the Fibbin, which I decided to play as the Fibbin and not just as a mechanic in case I make a mistake. And Robert mentioned it many times, but he learned the wrong grandmother. He learned the demon as the Exorcist, which was the best bluff roll. And I was hoping that Chris would use it because that would have been pretty quick to out him if he. That, depending on how that conversation went, that could have been a pretty quick game. His actual grandchild is Joe, the Fool, which I made it that way so that it was less likely for Joe to die because he would have had to die twice, which he never did die, so it didn't actually matter. And ironically, if he had died, then Robert also would have died, and you would have gotten like an extra kill, and you would have been even more confused. It would have validated another gossip or assassin. Jen was the gossip. He gossiped a bunch of things that were not true, and they never triggered. Laura was the professor, and she died. The demon is the Shabaloth. The Shabaloth can regurgitate a player. However, the professor wasn't a bluff roll, and once Laura died and had pretty much publicly said that she was the professor, I didn't want to regurgitate and make it super obvious that it was a Shabaloth because that would have literally been the only possibility. So I chose not to regurgitate a player. Lynn, the Moonchild, did pick good. She picked the evil Shabaloth. However, 2 people died that night, so it didn't actually come into play. Brody was the Godfather. He played like an absolute moron. But
yes.
But he did die as the presumptive evil goon, which did help because you were searching for that extra evil player the whole game. So even though not necessarily a conventional play, it did work.
Turn your
Michael,
fingers onto yourself.
Michael was the chambermaid. He got accurate information all the time, which ironically, the only person that ever wakes up at night was the demon. But well, I guess technically if he had chosen Brody, he would have gotten a 1 on the first night since Brody wakes up to learn the outsiders. But other than that, literally the only person that wakes up is the demon. But because of the Fibbin, he never trusted his information, which was phenomenal.
It was
Ned,
because of the Exorcist.
the passive.
Bluff.
Yeah. Well, yeah, it worked out perfectly because I'm like,
Yeah.
well, and he's bluffing as the Exorcist, which does wake up.
Wakes up. Yeah.
Yep.
And you died early enough that I don't think that you got enough information to pinpoint. Okay, there's only one person waking up.
Yeah, correct.
Ned the pacifist died too early for me to utilize his ability, so that never did anything. And poor Robert, the grandmother that didn't even know their grandchild.
It's
It was
okay, Grandma.
stolen at birth. I will show the grimoire.
It's okay, Grandma. It was nice to talk
Oh,
to
we
you.
should have just
Hey,
killed Chris
Robert,
there.
great. Robert, for the record, I always
Good
do
game, guys.
shtick. You just happened to be right, and I just needed to lean in.
Remember what I said, Lynn, when we went and chatted, that Brody
Yeah.
covered the demon?
Yeah, we should have just. Yeah, we should. I would have voted. I would have used my dead vote. We should have nominated him.
I told Jen exactly what happened day one. I said the demon probably used the toy maker. He sits there and he's like, no, they wouldn't do that. Yes, I would, Jen. Yes, I would.
Well, to be fair, I had you
I would
nailed
like to-
two
I would like
times.
to-
So
I would
Yeah,
like
you
to.
did.
I would like to add something for the benefit
did.
of the recording. Steven said that Brody played like an absolute moron and got his ass executed. That I needed to be the second outsider because I took one away.
Yeah,
told
no,
people
no.
I was-
I did
told
say
people
after I said that it worked out because you died as the goon, so people were looking for the other evil player. Like, it did work. I'm just saying, not necessarily.
In a
It
conventional
was
way.
it was odd. And if you've ever watched my videos, I sometimes play odd.
Yeah, did I win? Did I win the game?
Yeah.
Then
Well-
holy shit! Then Brody made a great play because his team won.
Well, no, I really
Oh,
won't
Brody.
say that.
Good night, ladies and gentlemen.
Stopped clock.
Well, anyway, I don't know that I said it in the recording. I definitely talked about it to the group, but my rationale was to give the grandmother garbage information, which obviously was not helpful at all. But then I balanced it by removing an outsider for the Godfather, which he bluffed as an outsider, so it worked. And I do think that by bluffing as an outsider, people, I don't know, what demons can it be if there are two outsiders? No Dashi or Vortox. No, this is not even the right script. Zomboul, Shabaloth, or Puka. Which they pretty much were convinced it was a Puka. Actually, it could be any of the demons. Could have been the Poe. I think the Poe thing kind of died though when there was. Well, I don't know. I think technically it could have been a Poe with the 2 kills, because of the gossip. Well, with the gossip. Okay, so it would have been a Puka. I don't know. Ultimately, I guess it doesn't really matter. But the outsider count is not modified by any of the demons, so I think that worked. I do think it's funny that there were literally 2 kills every day. That there were kills, and they ended up not thinking it was a Shabaloth. Yeah. Anyway, I had fun. I don't know if anybody else had fun. I will say that I think that our group tends to have town win more often, and I think that storytellers should make it more difficult for the town. So I do think that they could have won, because literally when Brody voted, but see, they thought that Brody was the Moonchild, or the goon. But the thing is, you kind of need to know what's going on, and if I don't know, it's a social deduction game. If evil won and you were saying we should go to bed, well, then you didn't socially deduce it. That's what I have to say. Anyway, thanks for watching. Hope you had fun.